Is there a connection between how we write and the way we think? I mean, could a culture that uses logographs to represent words rather than a specialized system of describing each sound think more symbolically? To me, an alphabet seems like scattering, fracturing, dare I say iconoclasm. I know ancients in the West had always used an alphabet, but math literacy is only a new thing. I'm being facetious, but to an extent, but could be ready to could the ready adoption of emojis reflect a return to symbolic thinking? Us talking about symbolism prosaically being a necessary side effect of the fragmented, tending towards a new unity. This is an interesting idea, and I think that your basic intuition is right, because ancient language were more ideogrammic, or were more, images. Even ancient Hebrew, the early Hebrew letters were more like hieroglyphs. They actually represented images and were very simplified into forms. And it's really when, after the Bronze Age, when the West lost, the Greeks especially, and the Romans lost their alphabet, and they retook a Phoenician alphabet, or actually a Semitic alphabet. And so our alphabet is Semitic. Our alphabet is based on the same alphabet that Hebrew has, but it's just that it's a kind of weird, like you said, a kind of weird fragmenting, scattering, because there's no more direct relationship between the letters, their meaning, and it's just phonetic, right? And so it actually shows a kind of descent, a kind of fall in the world. But it also means more power. And so it's like, that's what happens when things go down, is that they lose their higher identities, but they also have more reach and more power. And so that's also one of the mysteries of Christianity, is that it was supposed to go to the edge of the world. So it wasn't going to be in Hebrew. It was going to be in like the most popular form of Greek. That's why Dante wrote in the most popular form of Italian, is that Christianity also kind of comes down and fills up the dark spaces, you would say. But I agree that there's something about the breakdown of grammar that's happening with texting, and there's something about the return of things like emojis that are maybe hinting in a very strange and surprising way to the possibility of more, of a more direct connection between the actual image and the meaning. And so can foster symbolic thinking. I never thought about emojis that way, but that's pretty awesome. I'll keep thinking about that.